You know, it's quite funny that even though this is an anime about girls, young girls, some of them young, that are spies, an episode like this one was actually quite refreshing because it was very heartfelt, very cute, and really showed how Thea, when she actually applies her mind to something, can be OP as all get out. This episode was an episode about Sara and how she was, just going to town with her pets and stuff, where someone says they fall in love with her, but kind of find out he is a con artist. Well, that doesn't sit too pretty for these girls because it was quite hilarious how they're like, he's a con artist. Really now? Excuse me a moment, I have to go do something. And they were like, I'm gonna go take a stroll. That was about the funniest part of the whole episode. This review, more likely not be a long one because, to be honest, it was kind of a really nice, heartfelt episode. So there's really not much to kind of really delve too much into, except for Thea. Now, we've seen Thea and we've seen her use her powers previously and even talked about her powers, but this being a file episode describing her in more detail was actually a really good one because a lot of the times I've said before, the file episodes end up being the weakest, the most boring, and like, oh my Lord, why am I watching this? This one was a good one. At first, I thought this was more of an episode about Sara and her codename Meadow, but we'll probably end up getting a little bit more about her and her backstory another time because it definitely wasn't about her this time. Thea, looking into the hearts of people, she can actually really see what you truly desire. And by obtaining that information, then she knows how to seduce you. She'll know exactly what you want, how you want it, the way you would want it, the way you want, the way it looks. And she just imitates that. So that is her powers of seduction, which I think is kind of a cheat, really, because all she has to do is lock eyes with people. But of course, this won't work on Klaus because he knows how her powers work. So he just doesn't look her in the eye. And so she has no idea kind of how to seduce him the way that she would normally seduce other people, which is kind of funny because, I mean, she does need to improve her skills, which she was in the beginning by Monica saying, like, are you really know how to seduce people? And just called her out. Like, you have the body of someone that's an easy lay and that you really just get dumb guys to listen to you and everything. Like, literally bold-faced called her out in the beginning of the episode that I was like, dang, I wouldn't be called that bad by anyone. But she came back by the end and was like, see how good I am now? Now, granted, she did say how she was a washout mainly for the fact that she literally slept with everyone at her school. She slept with the faculty, the men outside the school, like at the town, and then she also slept with some of the other female students in the actual place. So she was just a washout. But she was doing it to practice her charm, to get better at her powers of seduction, which I guess she's okay with naturally. But the fact that she has these ability to look at someone in the eye and find out what they want, that's kind of a cheat skill if you ask me. Regardless of how she obtains it and how she does it, she actually shined in this episode by helping Sara, coordinating with the rest of the girls to take out this con man and make him regret. She could have solved this in many different ways. The rest of the girls was about to solve this in a lot of different ways. This dude was about to be deader than dead. Some of the girls were going to blow him up. Some of them were going to poison him. Like, there was a lot of things that these girls were going to do to this guy for what they did to one of their own. But she's like, nah, I know how to get him where it hurts. And thus, she was able to manipulate him into falling in love with Sara and then confess to literally all the crimes he's ever done and then go to jail, which honestly, it is the most poetic way of doing it. So she did it correctly. But yet again, with her skills and knowing exactly what he wants, it was very easy for her to manipulate Sara to actually being the woman that he wanted. And kind of felt bad for the dude because had no shot. He had no shot. I had to give it to Sara. Being young and she wanted to fall in love and wanted to see what love and romance was all about, that, you know, she was able to shine. She felt bad about herself at first, but thanks to Thea, she made her feel a lot better about herself. So congrats to Thea. And of course, this bonus scene at the end was quite hilarious with Greta and all the bunny suits they had. There was no way this was going to work against Klaus, but it was quite a hilarious scene as a bonus scene after the end of the episode. But that's pretty much it. That's really all there was. There wasn't really anything overarching about this one, although I do predict, like, either the next episode or in future episodes, we're going to actually have something go down here, because this is episode 6, and normally the seasons are about 13 or so episodes, and we still haven't gotten to any part about what the main theme song is showing off. The girls are hurt or close to dead, and the whole town is against them. All kinds of craziness from the theme song that we haven't even brushed up on or talked about. So I'm predicting that something serious is about to go down any minute now, or any episode. So it's probably going to end up being once the mission episodes start up again, which I will hand it. The last final episode and this one have actually been pretty good. I wish the first season were just as good as this, but it's okay. It's going to happen soon where some real craziness is about to pop off, and maybe we actually end up losing some of the characters here. So let's enjoy it while we still can. Regardless of that fact, definitely comment down below what you guys think. Was this a funny episode or good episode for you? Or, you know, do you have any opinions about the show itself? I think it's a good show. I've enjoyed it, and I'm glad that we got a season 2 this soon. But besides that fact, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed, because we'll definitely be going over more anime about this and others in the future. But in the meantime, you guys take care. Be safe, and Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.